My name is Amy, and there are my partner, Kevin, Ellie, and Daniel. Today we'll talk about drugs decriminalization. The way we use to treat the addict is to imprison them. However, the result isn't as to our expectations. Drugs expand more widely and create more social problems. In order to solve this problem, someone came up with an idea, drugs decriminalization. And the professor Alexander found something wrong after observing in an experiment in 1970s. The scientists put a mouse in a cage with two glasses of water. One glass was normal water, and the other had heroin in it. So we could find a mouse that he like drink the water with heroin. Most of people might think that is quite normal. So the Professor Alexander did an experiment again, and he added some entertaining gauges and cheese in it. He still let other mice enter the cage and sex with each other. So it turned out that they hardly drank the water with heroin. They didn't see the mice touching heroin in this experiment. The Professor Alexander thought a mouse in an empty cage had nothing to do, so it could only drink the water with heroin. If we only gave them entertainment and let them do what they like to do, they would not drink the poisonous water. Let me make a practical example for you. 20% of the U.S. soldiers coming back from Vietnam War used drugs, and 95% of them directly stopping use the drugs after war. They didn't go to the rehabilitation center or become addicted to drugs. Maybe drugs addiction we thought is wrong, and it might capsize our thoughts. And next, turn to Kevin.
Let me talk about the interpretive of drug decriminalization. The ultimate goal of drug decriminalization is to lower the number of drug users. By doing so, it also has two great effects. One is to reduce related criminal behavior, such as violence, sexual cases, or corruptions. The other is to reallocate social resources for more effective use. The country that has done drug decriminalization and made a big success is Portugal. In 2000, Portugal had one of the worst drug problems in Europe. 1% of the population was addicted to heroin. In 2001, the Prime Minister Antonio Guterres and the leader of the opposition got together and basically said, we cannot go on with a country where we are having ever more people becoming heroin addicts. Let us set up a panel of scientists and doctors to figure out what would genuinely solve the problem. They came up with a solution. drugs decriminalization. And guess what? The population of drug using and death caused by drug have significantly reduced. And now you may think, everyone can take drugs whenever they want. The number of using drugs didn't rise, but go down. Are you just kidding? I'm not kidding. There are two main reasons. First, scaring of being imprisoned will lead the drug users not to seek for medical assistance. And after drug decriminalization, the drug addicts would be willing to receive more professional help. So the number of using drugs would rise, and quit addiction would rise. Second, even if they stop using drugs, they may take drugs again because of financial problems or psychological issues. And after drugs decriminalization, the money spent on the jails can be used in social welfare projects or medical institutions to provide better services to help drug addicts back to the normal life.
Hi, I'm Erin. I'm going to talk about how to decriminalize drugs. The reason why people take drugs might be curiosity or bad emotions. However, companies usually won't employ the people who have criminal record, even if they have been released from prisons. Because of this vicious circle, the number of people taking drugs is increasing. To improve it, Portugal government decided to help them survive in this society. By giving benefits to the companies that employ the people who have criminal record. How the government does this? If the companies hires people once committing crime, they could have a tax cut or enjoy benefits. By carrying out this policy, Portugal successfully decreased the number of people taking drugs. The main purpose is to let drug addicts believe they could still be devoted to the soul.
Hi, and in the next part, I'm going to talk about the conclusion. I think we can give more speeches about drugs decriminalization and promote the correct prevention of addictions. There are still a lot of people who don't agree with it in Taiwan society nowadays. They are afraid that doing so will cause more problems than before. But drugs decriminalization doesn't mean that taking drugs is legal. It just means that we don't see the drug addicts as criminals. Instead, we help them quit taking drugs and let them can readjust to society. We have put a lot of effort in making speeches about anti-drugs in junior high, even elementary school. Still, the numbers of drug addicts isn't getting lower but younger. So, why not let us try to spread the idea of drug decriminalization? Maybe we'll see things getting better someday. Thank you.
关于这一组的简报内容，倒是很难得的，从头到尾都非常的一致哦，并没有出现那一种字己的误用状况，而且基本上都是以图来带文，是相当好的一件事情。那整个讲述过程当中，他们其实有很清楚的搭配他们的简报，知道每一章该出来该讲什么，纲举目上有一个大标目，并且有一些清楚的论点，而且论据还相当的有力，可以看得出在内容的准备其实是非常丰厚的。那很神秘的是，大部分的主题都是 PPT 跟不上自己的讲述，但这一组反过来了，反而是自己的讲 讲述没有办法跟上自己的 PPT，停顿的点其实有一点过多。我会建议同学，与其制造那么多的顿点，不然整体的语速慢慢的讲，让自己好好的回忆就行了，避免一边拿手机一边看稿。就是你要拿手机，你可以拿一个板子或者是书挡着，这样看起来手势才不会显得太突兀。整体的胆量线要再拉开。一般讲述的时候，胆量线是你中心这条线，胆量线越小的姿态动作看起来就会越积极，越拘谨，然后胆量线放适中会比较理性，胆量线放大看起来就会比较有自信。同学在讲述的时候都夹得太紧了，以至于会有这一种肢体动作的呈现方法，反而比不上你的简报呈现的那一种唠大方的感觉。那最后呢，虽然内容很 OK， 但是你们有几张图的文字跟那个图的现况是卡在一起的，回去的时候我觉得可以再精修微调一下。好，那由于这一场是英文的部分，内容我们再给家长老师来协调一下。谢谢。
好，这个议题老师非常的喜欢，因为最近其实是吵得非常多的一个。但是我还是蛮好奇，为什么你会选这个题目？你可以出来一下，我觉得你们好，不要害怕，我们都很 friendly，OK？ 好的 ，OK， 好，那就不要知道，因为这个很商业，你们要记得哈，就是在 presentation 的时候不要站在那个这个强光的下面，很伤你的眼睛。对，好，来，那谁要回答？就是为什么会选这个 topic？ 研究动机是什么？谁可以先讲？
因为之前就是我们学校有做就是公民报告，然后刚好也是我们这一组也刚好也是，就是我们班也是刚好做毒品除罪化议题，然后我想说今天刚好有这场发表，那我就把这个议题就是研究再深一点，然后用英文来陈述。
好，如果我在想啊，就是不过因为那是因为你们只是就是有点搭顺风车，用公民的东西搭过来。可是如果可以的话，是讲一下你们真正的研究的，因为那还要追溯到最开始为什么公民会选这个。好，那也许就是可以，比如说带一个东西，比如说你身旁是不是有人因为吸毒的关系，好，比如说亲朋好友，你必须用一个故事来开头，或者什么，或者是说你看到了什么案例来。对，我会觉得说，你们这个年纪，然后又是松山的同学，那会谈这个药物滥用的或者是除罪化的问题的话，感觉上应该有什么东西 trigger 你们会去做这件事情，懂老师的意思吗？就是我会觉得有一点牵强，就是你突然之间来讲这么大的东西，前面如果有一个影子来告诉我们说，我那个影子是一个 like introduction， 就是会告诉观众说你们为什么要做这件事情，那我们会更合理化说为什么你们要做这个研究。对，可能会在展开后面的论述的时候会比较顺，对。但是整体就是一开始的实验，其实老师觉得很吸引人，尤其那2个老鼠真的非常可爱这样子。对，所以一开始的话其实很吸引观众的注意。然后我很喜欢第2个 speaker， 好是哪一位？那个女生，是第2个是男生，对不起，对，好，稿子很熟哈。然后就是像老师讲的，就是身体要放开。好，不然很可惜，因为你的声音非常的好，英文发音也很漂亮。那如果可以更放开一点，其实其他同学也是可以多练习。好，因为我会觉得是你们的东西是超有料的 ，OK？ 那你们要更有自信的去说出来，会更好。好，然后几个小发音的部分哈，第一个那个speaker one 哈 discriminal， 第一个是什么？好，你讲一下那个歧视那个字 ，discrimination。对，我听成 discrimination 还是什么？对 discrimination。好，第3个同学那个政策你怎么说？是 policy， 好像你念 policy 还是我问？那社会 society， 对，好像念 society 还是什么的，就是有些发音可以再请木老师再帮你们一下这样子。不过这是小地方没有关系。好，那第1位跟第3位同学，老师还是老话一句，我还是建议尽量要背熟。因为其实才你们4个人，1个人顶多3分钟。对，我觉得3分钟的量，应该你们的脑力应该是可以负荷。好，是要练习就是了。好，所以要尽量好不好？然后呢，尽量要面对观众，就是比如说我现在第1位同学会一直面对简报，好，大概有一半的时间，就回去你们看录影画面，你大概有一半的时间都是面向这样，是侧面面观众的，好不好？OK， 好，那这个就稍微注意一下。来，请给我看那个有几张 PowerPoint 好不好 ？Two positive effects。好，对，像这样的 PowerPoint 啊是偷懒的。好，你们要包装一下，比如说可能用图片，或者是有一些 绘图去讲这两个 effects。OK， 不要只是呈现这些字，会觉得是没有包装过的文字，就是你在呈现的时候，应该这个部分可以再包装一下。对，好，然后呢，再来就是 why 的部分 ，why 的部分。好，这边有错字。好，来 scare 是什么词呢？这个因为是 scared of， 就是 SCARED。好 ，I am scared of something like afraid， 所以是用被动。OK， 好，那 better services are provided。OK， 好，你们这个有请英文老师看过吗？没有。对，要记得一定要给专业的英文老师看过，好不好 ？OK， 好。那我觉得啊，就是整体来说，其实我觉得数据啊都有提供，可是有点小小的，如果可以更好的话，其实我希望你们可以有台湾的例子，因为你拿欧洲跟葡萄牙，可是我觉得除罪化的，难道台湾不用去面对这件事情吗？所以如果可以用台湾的例子会更好。对，好，或者是说就是要同时并列，好，我会比较期待这个东西。好，不过整体上我觉得你们很用心在准备这个 PowerPoint， 老师还蛮肯定大家，然后继续努力，好不好 ？OK， 好，加油。
那有同学要提问吗？那我们谢谢同学。